What's up? Um, I'm here. Um, it's Saturday morning for you. It's Tuesday evening for me. Um, it's Valentine's Day here in past land. If that means anything, I hope you bought your Hallmark stuff today. Anyway, Nick, did you buy your Hallmark stuff? Yes, good, good, good. Yeah, he's got like flowers and all kinds of stuff here. Somebody must have been treating him real nice. Anywho, so for once in my life, I answered my email, and I met a guy named Matt out of, I believe they're like from a couple different states, like New York, Pennsylvania, somewhere in that area. I don't know, man. I'm not a map. I'm not, but we'll figure it out. But I have Matt from the band Title Holder. Yeah, there he is. What's up, dude?
What's going on, Jimmy?
Not much. You did tell me you were from you guys from a couple different states, right?
Yeah, we're from everywhere. New
That's what I
York,
thought. Okay.
New Jersey. I just moved out of Queens to New Jersey like a month and a half ago. So I'm trying to debate whether or not we change where the band's from, but I think we'll just leave it to keep it simple.
Where are you at in New Jersey?
I am in Midland Park, which is like North Jersey. I still work in Manhattan, so I'm doing
I want to say that's like the area my guitarist is. I don't know what place. He's told me 1,000 times, but yeah, I'm not. But he lives in Jersey.
Yeah, we record in South Jersey and Haddon Heights, so it just seemed more economic for me to make that move.
Yeah, did you do it all for the band?
No. Me and the fiance decided we were done paying rent after 15 years living in the city. So we were like, you know what? Let's boogie on out of here and get into some real debt.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I don't think rent could have been that cheap in Queens though either, right?
No, it sucked. It wasn't, it wasn't great. So,
How was living in Queens? I don't know.
I mean, it's really easy to gain a lot of weight. There's tons of great food. Like, I mean, it's a good party. Like my 20s were friggin' awesome. I'm 36 now, so I just I kind of I don't think I grew out of it as much as I was really really sick of like paying rent and not having anything I could really call my own. So scraped a few pennies together and signed a few papers and got the crappiest house on the nicest block we could find.
Perfect, man. I'd have been aiming for the same exact thing.
You know what? It couldn't have worked out better. So here we are. Where are you based out of, Jimmy?
We're Central PA. I'm like, you know where State College is?
No, but I know people around the area.
All right, like if you put your finger right in the middle of Pennsylvania, like that's where we're at. 25 or 20 miles from Penn State's main campus. Like that's
cool.
There's like 2,000 people in my town. That's where everybody works. Like it's just
hell yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's all right, man.
Hey, whatever. I mean,
hey, you guys sound really good though. I did get to listen to some of your stuff, and like,
thanks, man.
Yeah, I dig, man. I dig. Definitely. Less of Jacob, big influence.
Yeah. I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I kind of started the project as like I started in 2020 and I was just like, I'm just gonna like make some music from all like my favorite bands when I was 15. Fuck it.
Was this like pandemic time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a big thing too, is I lost my job. I was sitting around feeling sorry for myself, and I was like, okay, let's try to change the vibe and make things go a little bit better. And I just kind of as a joke, sort of like started writing some like ska punk songs. Like I was always in pop punk bands and stuff like that, but I wrote a couple ska songs and ended up Krista makes email from Less Than Jake, and I sent him the demo, and he called me, and he was like, "Dude, what else you got?" And I was like, "Shit, okay, I guess I'm gonna do this for real." And that's literally how.
No shit, dude. That's super cool.
Yeah. So literally, he called me up like 20 minutes after I sent him the demo, and he was like, "No, this is like good. Like, send me more of your stuff." So I started exporting my sessions in Logic, and I'm like, "Oh, what do you think about this one?" And I mean, the first EP that we released last year, Story of My Life, it's got 6 songs on it, and he co-produced 4 of them with me. So, we got on Zoom calls, and he was like, "Yo, I love this part. Like, let me hear this. I think this needs a pre-chorus. What do you think?" And I was like, "Dude, whatever you tell me, I'm just going to go yes."
Yeah. Dude, that's just fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. So that's how this band started. And I'm just, I couldn't be more happy that I got fired from a job.
Yeah. Sometimes it works out for the best, for sure.
Yeah.
All the members of the band, like, did you know them previously or?
Most of the guys that I'm playing with live, I've played with in other bands throughout the years. The guys that are in the live lineup right now are fairly new, or at least the horn section is.
Mhm,
But yeah, I got in touch with the gentleman who recorded us, Nick Brzezzi, out of the Gradwell House in South Jersey, and I had been working with him in an old pop punk band, and I was like, "Hey, I got this new project. Like, Krista makes thinks I'm cool, so I've already got this. Like, I'm already feeling like I'm the shit. I need horn players for the session. Can you find me anybody?" And Nick got me in touch with a couple guys. John Ryan, he plays in a band called Keep Flying. Dave Heck, he plays trombone in Aaron West in the Roaring Twenties, and Matt Stewart plays trumpet in Streetlight Manifesto. He gave me their numbers, and he was like, "Hey, hit up these guys, send them the demos, and see if they want to play with you." And so I sent him the demos. I was like, "Hey, if you guys don't mind, like, I could throw you a couple bucks to come out to the studio and learn these songs for a day." And all three of them hit me back and said, "Yep, sounds good. We're there." And so the first record, or the first EP rather, that was them on the horns, and they came back for the new one that we're about to release in a couple months. Um, I did studio wise, I did everything in the studio besides drums. So I played bass, I played keys, I played organ, guitar, and sang on everything. Nick, who recorded the project, and he co-produced as well a little bit. He actually played drums on everything. Um, and then it was a matter of putting the live band together so that we could rock out and make these songs come to life. And through that process, I've got, just real quick, I've got Chase Shutter on drums, Andrew Nicolai on lead guitar, Joey DiLacio on bass, AJ Gillette on tenor sax, Rodrigo Rodriguez on baritone sax, and Kevin Jackson on trombone. So we've got a full lineup. We're ready to rock. 2023 is going to be really cool.
dude, that's awesome. That is really cool. Uh,
I'm
y
excited.
yeah, you should be, man. That's like I said, that's really rad. Like, I don't know, just to be able to, like, I don't know, you send an email kinda too and just got connection after connection. That's fucking badass.
I wasn't gonna do it too. My fiance was the one that she was like, "Yo, you have his email." Like, he gave it out. So Krista Makes has a podcast,
Yeah, yeah.
and literally, this is 2020. The very first episode, he was interviewing, I think, John Feldman from Goldfinger, and at the very end of the episode, there was like a little, "Hey, so it's the pandemic and we're not touring. If you want us to consider to work with you and your band on a song, send an email to Chris, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Hmm." And I looked at her and I was like, "That should I send him one of my demos?" "I'm not going to do it." And she goes, "Dude, what do you have to friggin' lose? Just do it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then literally that just snowballed.
Yeah, he, almost actually, it was I think it was after the 1st or 2nd episode, I emailed him too because he was actually gonna write the, theme song for this show at one point, but I just couldn't do it at the time. So but he was going to, yeah.
He's really cool about that stuff. He's always active online. He's very quick to hit you back too.
Yeah, no, dude,
So
he answered me and like I said, it was you're right, I think he answered me the same day, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah.
and even to see him in my email, I was like, "Wow."
Right? But yeah, man, so now we're gearing up for 2023 already. I can't believe
Yeah,
it's 2023.
I'm still, like, processing 2020, so we're good.
Yeah, yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
uh, have you guys played out lately?
We just our last show was New Year's Eve. We did a New Year's Eve show at Amityville Music Hall with Keep Flying, and that was a really really cool night. I had a little too much to drink. I actually ended up writing a song about it, but
Keep
yeah, that
Flying,
was
I wanna say I've seen them or heard of them, like, I don't
yeah, they're
it's familiar.
phenomenal. They're phenomenal. They're really good. Pop punk ska kind of vibe. I would say more pop punk with horns, but yeah, check them out. Their saxophone player has done all the studio work with our band, so we're tight.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome that you wrote, like, all the parts yourself too, like, that's fucking impressive, man.
I was just trying to stay busy. I
No,
like,
I get
you
it,
know,
like, it's impressive, man.
thanks, dude.
Y yeah.
I I've always, like, really loved playing bass, like, I love playing bass in bands because
That's what
like
I play too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, there like, the pressure of, like, learning, like, intricate guitar chords is off the plate. You can just be like, "Alright, you know what? I can play these root notes if you need me to fill in for a gig." So, I was always the first one to step up and be like, "I'll be your bass player for a show. That's fine, yeah." And when it came to writing, like, all the bass lines for the title holder songs, I was like I had, like, pretty fun lines that I was doing, and working with Nick in the studio was fun because he was like, "Bro, you play bass better. Give me something cooler." So I started doing crazy shit, and then it was like, "Oh, man, now I gotta teach somebody else this for the live show." So that's always been fun. Joey loves me. Joey loves he sits there, he's actually, like, trained jazz musician, so he's got, like, manuscript paper, and he's writing down the notes while I'm like, "It goes," you know? But
Yeah. Well, like, I was self-taught and, like, I don't know, I was saying this last week to the guy, but I was you kinda hit a wall, so I started taking lessons, like, 4 or 5 months ago and actually learned scales and stuff like that, and my bass playing, it just has gone through, like it's just so much better, man. Just
hell yeah,
a little
right?
bit of theory will get you somewhere, you know?
Dude, it makes a little difference. It totally does. Like, especially practicing scales and then, like, seeing how fast your fingers start becoming from, like, doing those movements.
Right, and then overlapping scales together, just yeah, man, like, it's
Yeah,
just shit gets wild, but it's cool. Like I said, it just took me to another level.
right. And also just, I mean, ripping around on bass, like, really brings up the stamina in your fingers and your hand. Like, once you start learning that and you can, like, move your pinky like this, you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, alright."
Yeah. Now do you use fingers or do you use a pick?
I do a little bit of both. For all the stuff that we do with title holder, I use a pick, but,
Yeah.
like, in my own time, because like, I can play with my fingers good, but I wouldn't be able to, like, execute shit, like, live at a show, like, with that kind of precision, so I definitely need a pick.
See, I'm
I'm also
flip-flopped.
yeah? You
Yeah,
like
I've been playing my fingers for a long time, but I wanted, like, the tone from a pick, so I
yeah.
just started playing with a pick 2 years ago, but, like, I'm so much better with my fingers, man, just 'cause, you know what I mean,
Oh.
I could throw the bass up in the air if I wanted to, but I'm all like, "Oh, worried
Yeah,
about
yeah.
losing that pick now." I'm like, "Don't lose the pick, don't lose the pick."
I love it, I love it. Yeah, I always rip up my fingers and then I'm like, "Ah, I'll just go back to the pick. It's fine." It's like my security blanket.
Yeah, just off what millimeter pick do you use on a bass? Do you use thicker or
You know what? I use the Dunlop oranges.
so do
And
I, man.
dude, I use that for bass and I use that for guitar.
Yeah.
And, like, last year, I saw it's one of those, like, uh, part playthrough videos with Fat Mike, and I saw that he uses, like, super thin
Yeah,
pink
nylon pick,
Dunlaps.
yeah.
And so I bought some of those, and like, you can rip on those, but orange is my jam. Like,
Yeah,
I like
the Fat Mike was just seemed a little bit too flimsy for me.
yeah, yeah. I have them. I can jam with them a little bit, but this I'm just really comfortable with the Dunlop oranges.
Same here, man. I feel like I get everything I want out of it. I can make that string do whatever I want
Yep.
with it. With that, yep. Like I don't know what it is. And you go
And
up a little bit or down a little bit, it's just you lose it. But like
yeah,
that's perfect.
yeah, yeah. And I think for 10 years, like, I started playing guitar and bass when I was 15, and I think for 10 years I used greens and was trying to figure out why I was breaking strings so much because I was trying to play like Billy Joe Armstrong, you know?
Yeah, dude. I was using purple ones on the fucking bass, and I was snapping strings left and right. But
Yeah.
they're like Sherman tanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're huge. I don't think I could even try to even do anything with one of those now, just because there's no give to them
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Nope. I think that you evolve as a player and you learn that, like, the feel that you can bring to the instrument with your hand really, you know, makes the sound bloom.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Like I said, the tone with the pick compared to playing with your fingers is just such a difference.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
What kind of bass do you play?
I have a P bass, a
Nice,
Mexican
me
P
too.
bass.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I did a my dad bought me a Washburn when I was like, fuck, I don't know, 15 or 16, and I sold it for drugs like 10 years ago, and
Oh,
then
no.
I got off drugs like a couple years ago, and I
Good,
found
good.
it, I tracked it down, and I bought it back,
Oh,
and,
that's amazing.
yeah, dude, I stuck Fender Jazz pickups in it, just did a whole bunch of shit to it, and it's probably my favorite bass now because it sounds like a P bass, but it
Yeah.
weighs like, I'll bet you a quarter what the P bass weighs.
I love it, I love it. That's such a great story.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the only downfall of those P basses, the fucking weight.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, for guitar, I used to love playing Les Pauls, and, like, now, Like, I don't ever want to put that thing on my back while I'm on stage. I switched to player series Telecasters and Jazz Masters because they weigh 7 pounds. I'm totally over instruments.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just getting older, but, like, you start to notice it a lot more now, just like, you know what I mean? You're halfway through a set or something, you're just like, "Man, this is fucking it's weighing on me today."
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And if you try to fly, they charge you more. So,
I haven't
like,
gone that far yet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we're going out to Milwaukee in April, and I'm like me being band dad and getting everybody's like luggage and everything together. I'm like, don't bring your pedal board. You don't need. So we're trying to figure that
So
stuff.
how many are you, or is in the band, like, number-wise? Is there 11,
There's
12, 19?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much it's a ska band. There's 47 of us.
Yeah, I knew it.
We each make about 75 cents a gig. Um, no, there's 7 of us total.
That's not even that bad, man, for a ska
It's
band.
it's not bad. It's not
No.
bad. I really want to find a trumpet player, but we already only I mean, like, on a great night, we make $100,
Yeah.
so it's like, we're picking our battles.
Yeah.
On the record, we have a lot of trumpet parts, but for our live stuff, we actually just do. We've got tenor, tenor sax, baritone sax, and then trombone. And we don't actually have any baritone sax on the record, but like Rodrigo's just such a beast and he's so cool that like when he started playing with us, like he filled in for a show. And I was like, dude, do you want to be in the band? And he's like, absolutely. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
we're still
That's
trying to
awesome.
figure out, yeah, we're still trying to figure out like where on the record, when we start recording new stuff later on, like we'll have baritone parts there. So
So are you still recording the new EP?
the EP's done.
It's done.
EP's done. It's in the books. We actually partnered up with Jumpstart Records out of Pennsylvania. Um, and they're actually going to be putting out our first vinyl LP this year. I think June 4th, I want to say. It's our new EP, which is 7 new songs on top of the Story of My Life EP that came out last year. So
Oh,
side A will be one EP, side B is going to be a completely new one, but we're calling the entire new LP vinyl press What Better Time. And that's slated. It's done. We just released the first single, "Going Insane," a couple weeks ago, and I think we're about 5 weeks away from our second single, which will be just in time for This Is Not Croydon Fest 4, which is happening in Bensalem,
okay.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, just, give me a heads up when that stuff's coming out too, man. I'll promote it for you as much as I
Cool,
can, you know
cool.
what I mean? Yeah, I don't mind helping out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate that, and
yeah.
also, like, right back at you. If I don't know what your transit situation is to get to Bensalem, but if you want to come out to that show, reach out to me, and I'll make sure that you're on
Yeah, man,
TS
I'll have
list.
to see how far away it is from me, to be honest with you.
But
I
yeah,
don't I don't even know where that's at. Is it near Philly?
it's right outside of Philly. It's about 25 minutes outside of
Okay,
Philly, I believe.
okay.
But I think it's going to be a really, really exciting show. Let me bring up the flyer real quick because it's already sold out, which was surprising for me. Like
That's
we're
awesome.
we're the second band on the bill, so I'm excited that there's even going to be 50 people in the room when we play, but maybe
Yeah.
there'll be more. But yeah, so This Is Not Croydon Fest 4. It's happening Saturday, April 22nd at Broken Goblet Brewery. And it's Fishbone, The Slackers, Against All Authority, Catch 22, Catbite, Hub City Stompers, Faintest Idea, The Upfucks with an X, Hans Gruber, and the Diehards and Title Holder.
Shit, dude, those are some bigger names, man. Like,
It's
you should
gonna
be
be a
proud
good
of
one.
yourself. That's awesome.
But I have Jeremy at Jumpstart Records to thank for that one. So thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, man, that's a great bill.
So yeah, let me know if you want to come out.
Yeah, man, fucking A, I might have to. That's awesome. You said April 22nd?
Yeah, yeah. I'll,
Okay.
I'll send I'll send you a message.
Yeah, definitely, dude. That's a great lineup.
Yeah, bring some friends. We can, if they give us all access, we might have a little too much drink. It could be a problem.
Yeah, my homies, Coffee Lives, they're playing with, Hans Gruber and the Die Hard soon too. I'm going to check them out, man.
Hell yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome. They're
Y
really cool.
My
Like,
friend just got down there. They played at Fest a couple years ago, and
yeah,
fucking he was telling me about it. He's like, "Check these guys out," 'cause he saw 'em down there,
Dude,
Yeah.
the energy of their show blew me away. I didn't check them out until maybe like 6 months ago. And I started looking up their YouTube videos and I was like, "Oh, they're like super good." They're like it's funny because like, we're all kind of like listed like lower on this bill, but like so nervous to play with all of them. I'm like, "Oh,
Dude,
but
I would be too, though, you know? Like,
you have to like turn that like character on though when you're about to go on stage and be like, all right, like
yeah.
it's Broadway time. Turn the
Yeah.
spotlight on. So I always have to remind myself, like, all right, you're the lead singer of a band. Like, don't be the shy dude. That's like, thanks so much. You know?
Yeah. I'm the complete opposite, man. I could fucking just talk all night. Like, I get so bad with it. But it's like, "Yeah, okay, next song, Jimmy." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, my
Well,
bad."
yeah, that too. I mean, so that's been a big thing in all the rehearsals that we've been doing. Is like this band for me is like the first time that like everybody I always joke around with that quote from Ocean's 11 that Don Cheadle says when he's like, it's so nice to work with proper villains. Like everybody in the band is like on such a professional level that like, talk like banter, even if it seems live, like we're just making it up, everything is like pre-programmed and like we've got 15 seconds in between this song. We're going to say this, and this, and then go. So
Oh,
like
wow.
we're really, yeah, I've been super excited playing with all the guys that are in title holder because we're really, really approaching this like
Yeah,
as a
no, when it
real
cl
friggin' band.
yeah, man, when it clicks, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you feel that when everybody's into it, and
Yeah.
that's super cool, dude. Like, I don't know, that's especially I don't know, like, the whole idea of, like, you send an email, and, like, I don't know. How'd you get involved with the Jumpstart Records?
So last year, Jeremy, who runs Jumpstart, he actually booked us for This Is Not Croydon Fest 3. So through our old trombone player, Dave Heck. So me and Dave were still really good friends. Just with his other musical projects, he's got a lot of commitments and had to step away. But Dave knew Jeremy from way back in the day, and Jeremy like just hit me up and he was like, "Hey, I saw that Dave's in a ska band with you now. Like, you guys are kind of good. Like, do you want to play this show?" And as soon as he sent me the flyer, like last year's This Is Not Croydon Fest, I was like, I don't even care if we don't get paid. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. No, we're
Yeah.
there. We're there. And so we play the show. And Jeremy, we hang out with him all day and we just shot the shit. And I just kept in touch with him. We traded numbers. He said, "Hey, you guys were great. I loved having you hang out all day. Let me give you a call next year when I'm putting the next one together." I said, "Great. That sounds cool." And once I got the EP finished, I'm texting him just, randomly throughout the year. And I was like, "Hey, we got this new EP done. You want to like listen to it?" And he called me up and he was like, "Hey, let me put this out on vinyl." And I was like, are you serious?" And he was like, let's do this. Let's partner up and get this done." So through Jumpstart, we're doing This Is Not Croydon 4. And just like throughout the rest of the year, I don't even know what to expect, but he's really been like a huge cheerleader and a super big support for the band. So I'm really, really excited for what else is gonna happen with us.
Yeah, does he have a lot of bands on that label?
I think primarily he puts out vinyl with these,
Okay,
so
just
it's
okay.
mostly licensing deals. I know
Yep.
that he has a couple that are signed, like, officially, but he's been doing it literally for 25 years, and that was one of the first things that he said to me too, is he was like, "Hey, I know there's a lot of stigma between, like licensing deals and or, like, just regular record deals, and I just want you to know I've been doing this for the better part of 30 years, and I'm not doing it for money. Like, look at the roster. Like, I don't want to put you in a situation that's ever going to make you feel uncomfortable. Um, you know, look at some paperwork, see if it works for you. I like the songs. I think the record could be successful. Let's start with 300 presses and see where it goes." And so that's what we're doing. We got the test presses in the back ready to go. Right now, we're just in production phase, waiting for the plant to send them off to us.
Yeah, well, if honestly, like, the record industry has changed so much too in the last 30 years, like, for him to be able to evolve and even
Yeah.
stay with the thing, like, that's incredible in itself, you know what I mean? He really does have to know what he's doing.
It's yeah, yeah. I mean, that was a huge thing too. I looked up, just seeing how popular vinyl was, I loved the idea of potentially putting out some vinyl. And then I looked at how much it costs to do, and I was like, I would have to, like, take out 2 credit cards to friggin' do this. I can't do
Yeah,
this.
dude. Yeah, that was
Um,
expensive.
it's yeah, yeah, it's super expensive, it's a big investment, and I give I'm happy with the product. I think that our songs are phenomenal. I think that what Title Holder is doing is, like, some of the best ska punk that is coming out right now. So, I appreciate that other people are feeling this way enough where they want to invest in the project. But yeah, I mean, for him to want to throw down and do this with us is super, super, super special. And I can't wait. I'm really excited with the 300 presses that we're going to start with. We're going to see how it goes. And right now, I'm kind of doing the marketing stuff, and I'm trying to put together, like, fun merch bundles for everybody. So, like, if you pre-order, we're going to have a shirt, we're going to have a sticker pack, stuff like that to make the first uh, push of releases, like, go out a little bit faster. But it's
Yeah.
hard, like, being a new band and trying to get people excited to press. We've only played a dozen shows in the last year and a half. So I go on the internet and I'm like, hey, check out my band. I go on, your Less Than Jake, your Boss Tones, all those different forums, and I just say, hey, if you're fans of this, you might like this. And I get a couple people interested every time.
Well, that's cool, man. Because it's hard to, even if you were banned for 15 years now and still keeping people interested, it's hard now.
Yeah, yeah.
Y YouTube kinda gave everybody a stage at home, and, like, I mean, it's hard because there's always something else coming, you know?
That's the thing too. I mean, and I, like, honest to God, I would love to play more, but we're just, at this stage in the game, like, we're trying to just be smart about the shows we play. I don't want to play every Thursday night basement bar because I could, like, our
Absolutely.
our inbox is filled with, hey, are you available for blah, 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 blah. But I'm trying to, like, book us on shows that, like, are with like genre and like-minded bands, and trying to build our reputation that way. But um, you know, it's it's only worked out that we've played like 12, 13 shows
Yeah, but
in
you
the
don't wanna
last year.
oversaturate anything, man, like, you're
Yeah.
doing it right as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I just I don't want to play, and also I don't want to, like, burn my guys out. We literally live in 3 states, so
Yeah.
for somebody to go out to it, from my guys from Pennsylvania to go out to Long Island on a Saturday night, they're alone spending $60 in gas just to get to the gig. So I'm always trying to book shows that I can at least try to take care of my crew. And
Yeah.
that's been, I think that's helped keep
No,
everybody, like, in good spirits.
yeah. No, dude, you sound like you know what you're doing, like, so who does your merch for you?
Actually, my fiance,
Oh,
she
really?
does,
Nice.
yeah, she designs everything. So Danielle Finelli, she's a monster in the Illustrator and Photoshop game.
Nice. Well, you ever
Um,
need anything printed, I do that. That's what I do.
oh, awesome.
Yeah. Yep. We
Yeah,
do
well,
T-shirts, stickers, all that jazz too. So,
I'll reach out to you. Yeah,
yeah,
I
man, I'll
mean,
send you stuff.
yeah, we have a couple friends that do stuff locally, but I really am a big advocate of, like, networking and making relationships with, with people in different areas. Like, that's how you, gain fans, that's how you gain friends. And so, I mean, if there's an opportunity where we can throw each other business, like, why the
Yeah.
hell not, you know?
Yeah. And dude, if you ever wanna play a PA, like, I could definitely probably get you shows in this area, Pittsburgh area.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
My old band, I had an old band, pop punk band. We played Four Chord Fest in 2018.
I was there, man.
Where are you? I
Yeah.
played. I was the very first band on main stage,
So that
by
was
the
what Less
fire.
Than Jake and I Flag, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I was 100%, I was at that show, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I kept that poster because I was so stoked that I was on a a poster with, what was it? Anti-Flag, Bayside,
And
Less Than Jake.
yeah, I watched the
Yeah.
most epic breakup between this guy and this girl during Bayside. Like, I don't even remember the Bayside show. I remember this couple breaking up in front of me, and it was hilarious, man. Oh,
Oh
it was great. Yeah,
no.
yeah, it was great. The guy tried to
Oh,
act like it was all cool and, like, danced around, then you could see it was eating at him. He finally left. I was just like, "Yeah."
oh no.
'Cause, like, Bayside
Oh,
played in between Anti-Flag and Less Than Jake, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it went, like, Anti-Flag, Bayside, Less Than Jake.
I think that was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a fun show, man. That building was weird, but that was a fun show.
Oh yeah, the Extanza
Y
nightclub or something
Yeah,
like
what
that.
yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, I couldn't even read
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. I was so friggin' nervous playing on that stage, and we were the first people on. I think our set time on main stage was 11:50 a.m. So I'm
Wow.
like, yeah, 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 and I remember being like, I'm not even awake right now. Okay, let's open chords. Let's go,
Yeah, that's super cool. Well, hey, man, thank you for coming on here.
dude.
Hey, and let's keep in touch. Like I said, I can help you with shows or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? We'll go from there.
Thank you so much for having me, Jimmy. It was
Yeah, man.
wonderful to
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah, dude, I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's good. It is good. There's nobody's bullshitting you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dude, I look forward to hanging, and I'll see
Yeah.
you at This Is Not Croydon Fest 4,
Yeah, dude,
April
I'm gonna try to make it
22nd.
for real. I'll email you.
Yeah, sounds
All
good.
right. Thanks, man. Take care.
All right, bye.
See ya. That was Matt Sullivan from Title Holder. Go check them out. Obviously, they got some good shit coming. Vinyl shows, and it's good. Like it is good. Like we were actually listening to it right before I came on here too. But it's just got a good ska punk sound to it. But yeah, I'm just trying to go out there and see him too. So yeah, till next time, buy a ticket, take the ride. We'll see ya.